wrote that for you guys today because I want to talk about harmonizing melodies. That's one of the big themes of the course, and it's really important for us to spend some time talking about it. Now, over the centuries of Western harmony, we've accumulated some rules, some guidelines, and the book is kind of like a law book. It summarizes what can and cannot be done. And what can and cannot be done is based on the practices of composers of time gone by. But what it doesn't talk about is inspiration and feeling inspired and really being open to the mystery of what makes harmony tick. What causes some notes to be flavored by the other notes that are happening at the same time. Just like what causes you to behave in a way that's different when you're with your parents compared to when you're with your friends. All of these things are kind of encapsulated in music, and it's really a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I composed this music for you. You're going to analyze it, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a few minutes. But importantly, I want to walk you through my process of harmonizing. Because even though I know a lot of rules, I don't know all the rules. And I ignore many of the rules, and I've been doing this for a long time. So I use my ear a lot, and I use my preferences. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of this tune. So the tune, just the melody, goes like this. Very straightforward tune, very much like what I've been asking you to compose. It goes up and down by steps. Now, if I were to write a rock song or a jazz tune, it would not go like that. But this is a great way to strip away a lot of information and focus on creating harmony that goes straight to... I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Hello? Hi, Dad. I'm glad to hear that you took a walk. I am making a video right now for my students, and I was about to tell them about how this piece that I was playing for you earlier reminded me of when I was in high school and you and I were doing composition lessons with Soterios Vlahopoulos, and I remember you're sitting at the piano working out chords and harmonizing melodies and stuff. So that's nice that you called right at this time. I'll tell the students you said hi. Okay, talk to you later. Bye, Dad. It's fortuitous that he called because when I was a kid, we both took composition lessons from this guy named Soterios Vlahopoulos in Washington, D.C., and we spent a lot of time together just like getting inside the mysteries of what I was talking about. So, let's look at this first little phrase here. There are all sorts of ways you can do this, but we know, right? We know that at the beginning of a journey, we start at home. The hero's journey begins at home. So it's probably going to start with a one chord, right? And then it could just go to another one chord, right? Yeah, it could. Now, in the chapter that we're in, sort of, right now, we're talking about the sixth chord. And the sixth chord, by the way, the six is the relative minor of the one in major, right? So 6 and 1 are kind of in there together. Also can have tonic function. Tonic function is where we're at home. So here we're at home. It's going from home to home. Or we can go, right? We're going from home to home. We haven't really left the home yet. So we've got tonic function. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm not really thinking about that. I'm just thinking, I want to harmonize this, and I want to harmonize this, and I want to harmonize this. You notice that the A there in the score is a passing tone. right? So if I'm here and I go here, it's now going from a 1 to a 1 with this passing tone. I go from a 1 to a 6. We've started a journey, and now we have something a little bit more. Okay? And so right here, by the time we get there, I want to invite you to desire to return home. Right? We've left. We want to desire to return home with this little half cadence. This half cadence here makes us want to return home, which we do, right? And the next phrase is very similar. But in the first phrase, we're here, going to the 6th chord, and then we continue Do you want to come home? Yeah, maybe you do, right? We want to come home. You want to come home? Can't come home yet because I'm going to give you a false home, this 6th chord. Okay. Why am I going through this over and over again? Well, I thought of making a video where you actually have to watch me over the hour that it takes me to do this. But I decided to spare you of that. Instead, I want you to sort of feel like, oh, here the journey is continuing, right? Here the journey is beginning. Oh, I'm sorry. Journey begins, tonic function. Journey continues, subdominant function. Desire to return home, denied, 6th chord, false tonic. Continuing, I'm going to make you want to come home, subdominant to dominant function, and now I'm going to come home. So I keep coming home. You ready to come home? We can go home right now. But then the journey is too short. So we need to tell the story. We need to go on a journey. Feel like coming home yet? And now we're really on the journey. Right? 4 chord or 2 chord. We could come home now. In fact, we do come home because I land each one of these phrases on the 1 chord. Building, but now when I did this, I sat on this for a while. I could do that, right? 5 to 6, deceptive cadence. But then I thought, there's just a little extra sauce that I want to put in here for you guys. I gave it this 7 diminished 7 of 6. By the end of the semester into next fall, we'll get into that. So I gave you that on the thing. As I did this, I kept hearing this. I think I'm probably breaking some rules when I do this, but there it is, right? Again. And then the end. So this is just a little taste of the process of harmonizing a melody. Now, if you rewound the clock 30 years ago, it would take me like a long time, 6 hours to do this in 4 parts. Maybe not 6. But agonizingly, painstakingly working it out at the piano. You could do it on Note Flight, with your harmonizations that you're doing for your partners. You can do that on Note Flight, that's fine. But Note Flight, barf, the way it sounds, makes me want to die, makes me want to quit and become like, I don't know, tack counter, a bean counter of some kind. But we get the music out. You can get with a friend, sit at the piano, 2 pianos or something, work it out a way. Right? Touch the music with your fingers makes it so much more, because there's so much mystery that's sort of hidden in this process. Now, for your assignment, if you've made it this far, if you made it this far in your video, now you get to know how to do the assignment. Now, let's see if I can do the little gesture. Woo! There we go. There's a little gesture. Woo! Now you're looking at the note flight score. What you're going to do is you're going to analyze the whole kit and caboodle. Here's what it looks like. Okay. But you're going to analyze it with Roman numerals and figures. This is the stock and trade of what we do. Roman numerals, figures. You're getting better. Now, I know that in a week's time, it's not going to be perfect. Take your best crack at it. Okay? You're doing the drills, so you know your inversions of seventh chords. Oh, wait. Spoiler alert. There are no inverted seventh chords in here. So it's all just triads. There are a couple seventh chords in root position. So there's a little spoiler. Okay, you're going to go through, analyze it all. Let's see. If I just told you, right, you're going to analyze it all. Then you're going to color on the note flight the different functions. Tonic function, staying home or being home, the beginning of the journey. Subdominant function, the journey continues, and the desire to return is planted. And then dominant function, we want to return. Tonic function, you're going to color green. Subdominant function, blue. Dominant function, red. Tonic function, 1 and 6 chords, and there's 1 3 chord in there that I couldn't help myself. Subdominant function, blue, 4 and 2 chords. Dominant function, red, 5 and 7 diminished chords. Except for the 7 diminished 7 of 6. Don't worry about that one. I gave that one to you. And then you'll notice that a pattern emerges, right? And part of why I composed this in this way is I wanted to include 6 chords, which is sort of the topic of the day, and I want to give you this clear progression. Tonic to subdominant to dominant to home. Just like Dora the Explorer. Go over the bridge, go over the hedge, go over the lake, or whatever it is. Backpack. See you later.